Hello everybody and welcome to Nashville Fairgrounds for the Budweiser 420. Another short track here on the schedule. We went to Richmond last week, now we head a bit north, I think. And now we're in Nashville here, known for country music and other such activities. But anyways, 36 drivers getting set, ready to go. Racing at this exciting short track. Let's get through your starting lineup. On pole, Ronnie Martin, he won his heat. And to his outside, Doge Borkington, he won his heat. That's why he's on the outside. Ezekiel Garcia Ball and Nelson Reeves in row 2. Row 3 is Dan Sedgwick and Geoff Jordan. Row 4 is your points leader, Purab Srivastava and Kellen Short. Row 5 is Patrick Kamitz and Angel Gutierrez. Row 6 is Michael Parsons and Sierra Reno. Row 7 is Willie Costa and Leroy Conwell. Row 8 is Skippy Larson and Ryan Scarrett. Row 9 is Jonathan Marks and Mark Guerrero. Row 10 is Jackson Brown and Kyler Sistride to his outside. Row 11, I think, is Montana Sherman and Tegan Fox. Row 12 is Carlson Bevelst and Kurt Perkins. Row 13 is Flandre Wilson and Alex Davidson, who won this race last year. Row 14, I think, is Fleet Cruz and Manuel Sanchez. Row 14 is Mark Evans and Peter Lane. Bowie McThydig and Riley Smith in this row. And then Anton Alvarez and S.T. Craig. And then your LCQ top 2 here, Justin Perez and Christopher Kerbikoff. They round out your very small 36-car starting grid. Smaller than usual, that's why we had heats. So anyways, let's waste no further time and get this race underway.
Drivers, start your engines.
And as you can see, the engines fire up, and the cars are now rolling. Pace car quickly goes in, as Ronnie Martin set ready to lead the field to green with Borkington on his outside. They come down the front stretch, and Martin, Borkington, they're going to see the green flag this time, and we are underway in Nashville. Pretty even start here as Sedgwick is already taking it 3 wide. Aggressive start by the 6 machine here. That's not usually a smart move there, but it looks like it might actually work as he moves up to second with that move. Dan Sedgwick, very aggressive start to the race as Martin's going to lead lap number 1. But how long is that going to last? As Sedgy looks pretty fast right now. As they battle it out for 3rd place, Garcia Ball looks like he might win that battle as he has the slight edge on the inside, but Borkington trying to beat him out. Using the high side. The high side is not really the lane you want to be in as Martin leads lap number 2. Sedgy's still there, trying to apply pressure, and Borkington is going to hold on to 3rd place. So some good defensive driving there by Doge Borkington as Garcia Ball falls back to 4th place. Sedgy still peeking down low, trying and waiting to make a move on Martin here. He might have a chance here. Not quite close enough as Srivastava's trying to get in line here. Wasn't able to as he slides up a bit. Kamitz on the inside, short track ace. Looking for a win here. Srivastava just trying to hang on to the points lead. And still got a nice gap over Scarrett, even if it's a small one, as they've been duking it out all year for that championship. And so we're about halfway through the season now, as now he's getting passed by his teammate Parsons. Looks like he's trying to hold on. Oh man, you get really tight off of turn 4, and you're going up into the wall as Sedgy's still looking. He still hasn't made a move yet. It looked like he had a pretty fast car to start up, but it's kind of stalled out and maybe in trouble losing second here as Borkington peaks a bit. Waiting for Ronnie Martin to make a mistake pretty much as they head down into turn 1. Martin has so far led them all. As the top 5 pull away slightly from Michael Parsons as he slides up a bit. Reno into 7th place as Srivastava keeps falling like a rock. Costa's going to get underneath and also make a pass. K-Mate's peeking a bit. on the inside of Garcia Ball right there. Sedgy still hasn't made a move yet. So maybe he's just a bit slower than Martin than we thought. Fastest lap currently belongs to Martin, and Sedgy is third fastest. And looks like we got a caution and a wreck. Oh, Jordan. Upside down. Evans hard contact. Sanchez is involved. Wilson, this was a big wreck. Jeff Jordan is destroyed. What happened? Okay, so we talked about how 3 wide doesn't usually work at Nashville. And this is why. See Wilson on the outside, Jordan in the middle, Evans way down at the bottom, and they all collide together. Evans hard contact into the outside wall. Hard contact as well for Jordan there as he flips on his lid. Oh, Craig makes some contact there. I don't know if it's severe contact. And Sanchez also gets some damage in that, but seems like he'll be fine, but everybody else, big contact there from all 3 of those drivers, and we're wondering if they're all going to be okay here. Got that. And welcome back to Nashville. We're just getting ready for the first restart of the race. 14 laps in, and all 4 drivers who were involved in the wreck have since retired. And we're all hoping they're okay, but very unfortunate for all of them. As Ronnie Martin continues to lead, no pit stops this time as the pace car pulls in. It's the same top 10 as before. Ronnie Martin, Dan Sedgwick, Doge Workington, Ezekiel Garcia Ball, Patrick Hamitz, Michael Parsons, Sierra Rena, Willie Costa, Nelson Reeves, and Purab Srivastava rounds out your top 10 as the green flag is going to be waving here for Martin, and we're back underway. Great restart by Hamitz here. He's quickly getting 4th place here as he makes a move on Garcia Ball. And it looks like he'll clear down the backstretch. Sedgy is peaking somewhat once again. He's been hounding Ronnie Martin all race, but hasn't quite made a move yet. As the top 3 pull away, they battle for 4th place behind. Hamitz looks like he might win the battle. He will. Parsons looking to take advantage as well as Sedgy slid up the racetrack. I'm not sure if he hit the wall or not, but he's still close right behind Martin, so I don't think that affected him as Garcia Ball starts to fall like a rock. And we got some drivers heading down pit road. I wonder if they got penalized there on the restart. Workington gets moved out of the way. Hamitz quickly making his way through the field on the restart. And Sedgy once again peaking down low, trying to apply pressure to Martin here, trying to make him make a mistake here. He's so far led them all. Yeah, it looks like Tegan Fox and Peter Lane penalties for them. As we head down the backstretch, Martin's starting to pull away from Sedgy again. Just can't apply enough pressure here as Workington falling back somewhat. Parsons has gone around him, Reeves has gone around him, and he might be in more trouble losing more spots here. Srivastava slides up a bit, but Jonathan Marks isn't close enough to make a move. Montana Sherman making moves meanwhile, trying to get into the top 10. Excuse me. Hasn't quite had a good stretch of races as of recent, and is looking to finally finish another race after a couple bad weeks. Trying to stay on top as the Rookie of the Year contender as he slides up, saving! Oh, they're making contact! And they keep it under control, and we stay green. Sherman just scrapes the wall a bit. That car is very loose right now, and all the positions he just made up are gonna be all for naught here as he starts to fall back again. Very unfortunate for Sherman, but good job of car control right there to keep it under control. Top 3 very close together here. Sedgy has caught back up with Martin here as Hamitz is peaking here, trying to get in 2nd place. Almost put the bumper to the back of the 6th there. Still waiting to make a move. He's waiting for some room as Sedgy lost a bit of ground there to Martin. And with less than 100 to go here, Martin has so far led them all as he continues to dominate here at Nashville. Cammy still looking for a way to get by the number 6 here. As Martin starting to pull away, almost made contact with the wall there. Gets really tight for these drivers as Reeves slides up a bit. That'll allow Reno to maybe take advantage of that. No, didn't have enough speed as Parsons falling back a bit. Now she has room on the inside. Here comes Sierra Reno. Won the Clash this year and doesn't quite have enough of a run to get by Reeves right now. Can't get the bumper underneath the 32 for now at least, as she'll stay right behind him. Stravosova almost slid up the racetrack right there, as Borkington now has room. He's going to make a move on Stravosova, as now Garcia Ball gets by Sierra Reno here. Side by side between these two, and it looks like Garcia Ball will win the battle. It's getting close up front once again, but still Seji just doesn't have enough of that speed to beat out the 92 here. I'll stay right behind Martin, as now Nelson Reeves currently has the fastest lap. Currently sits in 4th place right now. And it's kind of gone single file out front. Not a lot of action here so far. It seems like Reno's trying to block Borkington here as Stravosova slides up the track once again. Kellen Short making some moves here as Jonathan Marks slides up the racetrack. Oh, and McFadden's in the wall. Got into the wall behind, but it looks like he keeps that car under control. That's where you get tight the most there. Off of turn 4 and off of turn 2. That's where these cars like to slide up the racetrack as Scarrett trying to make moves, trying to catch up to Stravosova here, just a couple positions behind. He currently sits 8th. Scarrett, as the scoreboard reads, is currently 14th. I'm not sure if that's the right call. As Seji dives it in there. Made up a lot of ground on Ronnie Martin there. Thought he was going to put the bumper to the back of the 92 there. But it looks like he'll keep it under control, and Seji still looking to try to make a move here on Martin. He's been looking all race since he got 2nd place on the start. Off the bat, if you will. But it looks like he's just slightly worse off a corner entry. Now he's trying it. He's got some room. Martin slides way up the racetrack, and he's going to be in the wall. And he's going to hold up Cam Eats. He keeps it under control. But Dan Sedgwick is your new leader. Reeves up to 2nd. And poor Ronnie Martin lost control of that car. And that costed Cam Eats 3rd place. And maybe a couple more positions, but it looks like he'll just stay in 5th place for now. Cam Eats has got to be a bit frustrated about that. He has a fast car as well today, as Seji now leads over Reeves. Just a couple car lengths in front. Looks like that damage to ST Craig has slowed them down quite a bit here. Although he currently is 2nd to last on the racetrack. As Reeves is on the back bumper here of Seji here. We might get another lead change as Ronnie slides up again. Cam Eats trying to get back into 4th place. Reeves is applying pressure here. Waiting to make a move. Move being made. Down to the inside goes Reeves. He's going to do it. He's going to make the move. And now we got a new leader here, Nelson Reeves. He's going to clear easily the fastest car on the racetrack right now. The number 32 machine. Already has a win out of Atlanta this year. Dan Sedgwick still looking to get back to victory lane after winning the 500. Martin has also won. Cam Eats, Borkington, they're looking for some wins as well as Garcia Ball slides up and gets past. And so is Reno as Garcia Ball drops some positions. Reeves isn't quite pulling away from Seji just yet. Seji's still trying to apply pressure, still trying to make it close as he slides up, almost makes contact with the wall. And he's going to lose a ton of ground on Reeves here as he starts to pull away. Now back into the clutches of Ronnie Martin here as he slides up a bit. Workington back up to 5th place after being in the bottom 10 for some part of this race. Costa and Vevelst catching up a bit as well. Sistry in 11th, Sherman back up to 12th, Conwell up to 13th place. Good run for Leroy Conwell here, who hasn't done much since shocking the RMS world as Reno clips the apron there a bit. K-Mates try to make a move on Martin here, but it looks like that move won't work. And that screws over Borkington here, as here comes Stravosova. Borkington might fall back a bit here as he slides up. In trouble here is the number 14 machine, as Stravosova's trying to get by. It looks like he'll be able to clear. And here comes the 31 of Reno. Now it looks like Riley Smith is on pit road. Any mechanical issues for the 98? Tire went down for him. Very bad luck there for Riley Smith as Nelson Reeves continues to dominate. Yeah, it looks like there might have been a collision or something. It wasn't important damage. There wasn't an accident that we missed, but Reeves continuing to dominate here. Sedgy trying to keep it close, and they have just pulled away here from Ronnie Martin, who's still in 3rd place, despite the side damage there. And K-Mates still putting pressure on the 92 here. Peeking a bit, looking for some room. He's trying to make a move here. Can't. Martin's going to hold him up. Staying right behind the 92 is the 96. As you can see, Stravosova back up to 5th place. Looks like Costa's going to slide way up. Sistry is going to make ground on that. So is Sherman, as Vebos falls back to 12th place. Scarrett hasn't really made up a ton of positions since the restart, as we saw. 14th place as he currently stands. It's not going to be a lot of points gained on Stravosova, as now K-Mates has finally gotten down to the inside of Martin here, trying to make the move for 3rd place. And Stravosova right behind as Martin slides way up, and he's going to get turned around. Reno gets involved, and that's going to be our 2nd caution of the race. Oh boy. That was a bit scary, but I think everybody else is going to be fine. And we have another caution. Poor Ronnie Martin. It's all gone downhill for him. Well, you saw it live there. Martin sliding up the racetrack again. And so does Reno as well, as he makes contact with the outside wall, trying to keep it under control, and Reno just kind of in a bad spot. Looks like Garcia Ball gets clipped somewhat. But anyways, Martin goes spinning on the back stretch. He already slid up a bit. It seems like that car, after hitting the wall, hasn't been the same car. It's been very tight for him. And unfortunately, it's going to fall down the pecking order here. Very unfortunate luck for Ronnie Martin, who dominated the first part of this race. Pit stops here as Reeves leads a bunch of cars onto pit road here. But it looks like some drivers are electing to stay out here. As you can see, Costa and a couple other drivers here. Sistry, Sherman, Vebelst, and Conwell, as everybody else heads into their pit stalls. Really good angle of pit road here. K-Mates out, and it looks like Reeves will easily win the race off of pit road. A race for 4th there, and Stravosova just barely beats out Conwell, or excuse me, Garcia Ball. Scarrett with a good pit stop. He's out. He's a 6-man out. Welcome back to Nashville here. Top 6 all stayed out, that being Willie Costa, Kyler Sistry, Montana Sherman, Carlson Vevelst, Conwell, and finally Kellen Short. Reeves, currently in 7th, has the freshest tires. He pitted, but everybody else in front of him stayed out. And we'll see if those strategies work here. As Costa is setting up for the restart here, he is the new leader. Lap cars on the bottom, Tegan Fox, Riley Smith. They're going to play effective here as the green flag is out, and Costa gets a great jump on the restart. Sherman already being aggressive, moving down to the inside there, along with Vevelst and Conwell, and that might screw over Sistry here as he falls back. Montana Sherman looking for a good finish here today, as Vevelst now trying to get around Sistry as we got another caution. Yellow flag's waving again. And it's, looks like it's poor Jonathan Marks involved. Yeah, it looks like it only is Jonathan Marks, so let's see what happened here. It's the same thing that happened to Ronnie Martin here. You can see Aline McThydig sliding up the racetrack out of turn 2, which barely makes contact, and then makes contact with Parsons right there as Parsons comes down, trying to keep it under control, but then Marks sort of just kind of drives through him and spins him out. Perkins just barely missed that, and they both come sliding up the racetrack again. Big, slight contact for both drivers there, and Martin just barely got clipped there. Unfortunate for both drivers there. Getting ready to go here for another restart. Top 6 who all stayed out on that last caution decided not to pit again. They stayed out once again, and we'll see if that strategy works as Costa getting ready for the restart here. Sherman, 2nd place right behind him. See if he can take advantage of that. Riley Smith lap car on the inside, and we're back underway. And Costa does not get a great restart this time. Sherman's going to take advantage of that as he immediately makes a move for the lead here. And he's going to take it off of turn 2. Montana Sherman, your new leader here at Nashville. Vevelst also trying to make a move on Sistry here on this restart. And he'll get clear of the 55. And now trying to make a move here on Costa. As Short is also trying to make her way through the field. So is Dan Sedgwick, Stravostova as well. Those guys are on fresher tires. We'll see if that works out for them as Reeves looks like he didn't get a great restart either. He's falling back. Oh, almost 3 wide there. Thought Reeves was going to make it 3 wide there for a second. Decided better of it. Had no room. As now Short battles with Sistry here. Sedgwick trying to make a move. Not close enough to do that. As now he's trying to get clear of Sistry here. They're coming up close to the halfway point of this race here. And here's a big battle right here. Stravostova stuck on the outside. Scare could take advantage of that here, but Reno's going to take him 3 wide here. 3 wide? Oh boy, is that going to work? They make contact. They make contact. They make contact there. They're going to keep it under control. Everybody's fine. Wow. Reno being aggressive, moving both championship contenders out of the way, and it's going to work out as a spin behind, they're wrecking. Spinning behind as Sherman has a massive lead. Yellow flag's back out. And Gutierrez, Fleet Cruz, Justin Perez involved in that. And we have another caution. And it looks like it's been a rough day for Angel Gutierrez here today. Well, he saw it right behind Scared and Stravosov here. Garcia ball sliding up just a bit. Gets into Reeves here. Both sideways here, and then he clips Gutierrez right there, and then that sends Gutierrez sideways here. Trying to get it back under control here, maybe save it. Reeves does save it, but Gutierrez isn't as lucky and gets into Fleet Cruz. Was way down low there. Just nothing much Cruz could do there. And I'm surprised that's somehow not a bigger wreck right there. They were like 3 wide there with Cruz sliding back up the racetrack. But everybody else manages to keep it under control. And this is our fourth caution of the race. Just wrapping up our fourth caution of the race here, with Montana Sherman currently the leader still. The top 6 who stayed out during the second caution still haven't pitted. They stayed out once again. I'm not sure what their strategy is here, but Sherman still leading, Costa in second. Seji on the freshest tires currently sits in third. K-Mate's also on those fresh tires, sits in fifth place as we're back underway. Green flag, and we're past halfway in the race as Seji already getting to work. So is K-Mate's quickly making quick work of Costa here, and also Sherman here possibly. Dan Sedgwick, great restart for him, and he's going to kill two birds with one stone as he's going to grab the lead immediately. K-Mate's also making moves as well. Here comes Alex Davidson as well. Here he comes, trying to defend his win. Skippy Larson as well. Kurt Perkins, a lot of interesting names we haven't seen all day making moves and trying to get to the front here. As, three wide a bit. Got three wide for just a bit there as Costa's going to slide up into the outside wall and spins. Porkington gets involved. Sustry, Alvarez, they get some damage as well. Or excuse me, not Sustry, but Kellen Short there, and another caution. And this has not been a clean event, has it? And we're going three wide in turns 3 and 4, and that's been really a trouble spot. Three wide in the corners. And Costa slides up into the outside wall, gets into Vebels there, and then goes spinning. Workington barely clipped them and gets some damage in that. Short here gets some damage as well, and Alvarez also some damage. Conwell, wow, so close to colliding with Costa there. Great wreck avoidance there by Leroy Conwell. But unfortunate for Willie Costa, got some big damage from that. Very unfortunate. Luck for him. Here is what Leroy Conwell saw. You can't get closer than that, folks. Holy moly. Getting ready to go for another restart here. About less than 50 laps away from seeing the checkers here. Dan Sedgwick still has the lead. Anton Alvarez, the lap car on the inside, he winds up. Still the same order as drivers who continue to stay out still haven't pitted, that being Sherman and a couple other drivers. As Seji will see the green flag here, and we will be back underway. Good jump there as Davidson diving it way down low, trying to make up a ton of positions quickly on the start, and he is going to get those positions. He's immediately up to second place and maybe looking for the lead as well. What a start here by Alex Davidson, trying to defend his win from a year ago. He might be able to. He's going to clear for the lead. Alex Davidson, not quite. Now he's cleared it. Seji will fall back to second. Skippy Larson trying to get second place. As Davidson tries to put Alvarez back a lap down, he will be able to do that. Perkins also making moves as well as Seji slides up the racetrack. Seen that cause huge accidents so far in this race, but he keeps it under control. And both him and K-Mates start to fall like a rock. As Davidson starts to pull away a little bit from Larson. Hasn't really been a factor all day. Larson, Davidson, and Perkins, they have been mostly quiet today, but they have come up in the clutch here late as Perkins is looking for second place here over Larson. As finally Seji gets in line. K-Mates can't quite get in line here as Ryan Scare into the top 10 he goes. Looking to catch up with Stravostova here, who is just in front. Currently holding out to fourth place as Larson slaps the wall. Perkins up to second place now. As Davidson looking to hang on here for 40 laps. As Stravostova looking to get third place as well. Seji's falling back to fifth place. Yes, it's fifth place as Reno's looking to make a move on him. To the inside goes the 31. Can't quite keep the momentum up. Can't quite get down to the inside of the 6 there. As Larson falls back to 4th place. Reno still peaking down low. 40 laps to go now, by the way. Scared's in the top 10 now, but Stravostova is up to 3rd place here. Scared has got to figure out a way to make moves here quick. If he wants to catch up to the 36 here soon, he's running out of time as Davidson on cruise control pretty much. He's got a nice lead over Perkins as he slides up the racetrack almost into the outside wall there. And that might have just lost him a ton of ground there as Perkins closes in slightly on the 10 here. Laps starting to tick down. He lost a bit of time up on Perkins right there as Reno's still trying to make a move, trying to get into the top 5. It's been a very nice run for Sierra Reno here today, and she would like to cap that off with a top 5 finish, but she cannot get around Dan Sedgwick right now and might lose the position to Borkington here. Reeves making moves right now. Was one of the fastest cars on the racetrack. Still has the fastest lap right now. Ronnie Martin's still a part of this. Of course, he caused one of the cautions after slapping the outside wall. Still making up some positions, trying to recover. And Reno's still struggling to get around the 6 here as Perkins has caught up with Davidson here. So has Stravostova as well, right behind. Might have a battle for the lead here soon. Davidson crosses the line. It will be 35 laps to go. 35 laps, that's a long time till the finish. Can he hang on as he slides up again? Perkins could take advantage of that. He's peaking. As Stravostova goes way up the racetrack, he might lose some positions here if Skippy Larson can catch up. No, he cannot. And Perkins is now putting on pressure here. Davidson has got to stay calm and keep running the race that he's been running. He's getting really loose out of turn 2 here. He's going to lose it. Oh no, here comes Perkins to the inside. Too many mistakes, and you pay the ultimate price. Kurt Perkins now leading. Trying to get clear. He'll get clear out of turn 2. Davidson. Unfortunate for him. And now Stravostova trying to get around him as well. He can reset. He can try again. If he can get in line here quickly. No, Larson's going to get around him as well. Or at least attempt to. No, Davidson is going to hang on to 3rd place. And now he's got to try again. Try again to get around these top 2 here. Both championship contenders. Perkins already has a win this year, dominating fashion at Charlotte. Stravostova still looking for his first win of the season, mind you. As Davidson, yeah, that car just looks really tight on corner exit right now. It's just not working out for him. Perkins starting to pull away a little bit from Stravostova. He does have the 2nd fastest lap so far in the race, so that might be a key to winning this for Perkins right now. 30 laps to go for him. Stravostova has got to apply pressure soon here if he wants to get the victory. That would be huge for his championship aspirations, considering that Scared is currently in 9th. Now he's going to be going for 8th here as he gets around Worthington. Or at least trying to make a move. Worthington trying to hold on. Looks like he might be able to. No, he will not. He'll fall back to 9th place, maybe 10th place as well. K-Mate's also trying to get around him. As Perkins continues to lead, slow car might be in the way here soon. Costa way down on pace. So is Tegan Fox as well. They've been very much separated from the rest of the field here. Stravostova is starting to close in slightly here as Davidson slides up the track and into the wall. He has struggled a ton. Maybe it's older tires, maybe it's the setup. Very unfortunate for Alex Davidson. That might have just been the nail in the coffin for defending this win for him. As Perkins continues to close up on Costa here. He has to quickly get around the 16 here. If he can't, he might be in trouble, and he will easily get around the 16. Costa will not put up much of a fight. Now Stravostova has got to do the same. And he will as well. As he tries to stay close here with Kurt. as the laps continue to wind down. 25 laps to go for Kurt Perkins here. The gap stays exactly the same as Davidson deals with the lap car. Larson trying to deal with it, and he will as well. Reeves putting up pressure on Sierra Reno here, trying to get around her, but can't quite make a move just yet, just waiting for that exact point. And Perkins is starting to pull away a bit from Stravostova here as he approaches another lap car here, Tegan Fox. If Fox gets in the way here, he might be in trouble, as that 5 is very much faster than the 88 here, making a move down to the inside. And easily going to get by the 88 here. Stravostova once again has to do the same, as Perkins still starting to pull. He's still pulling away a bit somewhat. As Stravostova, a lap car between them. I'm not sure if Stravostova is on older tires or not. And, oh, he might be in trouble here, as Perkins has almost got a 1 second lead over him. Stravostova still hasn't quite caught up to Tegan Fox here. Now he does, and now he can get by the slower 88 car. Almost a second lead for Kurt here. Stravostova is still close as they catch up to lap traffic here. Looks like something might have happened to Short, might have made contact with the wall. And Perkins is right there to make some noise. 20 laps to go now for the 5. And now it's a 1 second lead. It looks like Stravostova is starting to struggle as well, along with everybody else, it seems like, as Reeves has gotten around Reno. Gonna have to deal with lap traffic here. This could play a factor. We'll see if they slow up Kurt here, allowing Stravostova to close up, or will he just slice and dice through the lap traffic like it's nothing here? You might have a bit of trouble here with Short. No, not quite. Maybe got held up there a little bit, but Perkins is just dominating here right now. He has the fastest car on the racetrack right now. And yeah, he just continues to pull away from Stravostova. It's just a dot in the mirror right now as he deals with more lap traffic. Trying to get around Peter Lane here. This track has had some dramatics here the past couple years. The drivers who have led coming up to the final lap have thrown it away somewhat, as Lane is kind of holding up Perkins here a bit. That's teammate to Stravostova here, as Stravostova sliding up the racetrack once again. Definitely struggling here. Older tires, maybe the setup as well, as we saw with Davidson as he dives that way down low, down beneath the yellow line, trying to get around Short. And that move is going to work. That move worked out for him, as Perkins deals with the slower car of Leroy Conwell here. Stravostova quickly making a move on his teammate Lane. Lane's going to not fight him, as Stravostova is quickly making up time here. Perkins has gotten slower with the lap traffic in the way, and Perkins has kind of just, Stravostova has kind of just dealt with the lap traffic here. This could get interesting here in the end. Under 15 laps to go as Perkins crosses the line. Stravostova trying to quickly deal with Conwell. Get out of my way, sir. I got a leader to catch here. As he quickly gets around Conwell, and now Bebel's here. He's right there. He's right there on the back bumper of Kurt Perkins here, as kind of a slower exit there for Stravostova right there. Trying to stay up, not let the lap cars get in his way right now. Maybe he has a chance here. Late into the going, Perkins getting held up a bit by Kurbikov here. After he gets by Kurbikov, it's clean air throughout. Stravostova is there. Kurbikov's putting up a bit of a fight here, but Perkins will easily win that fight. And there's Stravostova. Oh, he's going to get held up here. Kurbikov maybe going to help hold him up a little bit here, and that might have just costed him the win there. Now he finally has room to get around Kurbikov here, as the lap traffic slowed up Perkins here, as Kurbikov almost makes contact with the wall. More lap traffic in front here. Sis try. Gutierrez, Sherman as well. And Shrivastava is just trying to stay within close distance. 10 laps to go. The lead grows somewhat. Perkins will have to deal with Sustry and Sherman, who are teammates to Perkins. So that might cause a bit of an issue with Shrivastava here. Looks like that 36 has mellowed out somewhat, and he's running out of time here. Perkins closing in on the lap traffic again. As Shrivastava, he needs the lap traffic to help him here. Everything else is not going to help him. His car is just not fast enough. It's not as good as Kurt's car right now. As the gap grows to 1 second again. As he continues to close in on the lap traffic there somewhat. You can see Shrivastava is still in frame here, but yeah, no more near close enough to Perkins here to make a move. Now it's over a second as he closes in on Sustry here, and Gutierrez and Sherman. Six laps to go. He's gonna need something bad to happen to Kurt here. I'm telling you, Shrivastava needs him to have trouble with the lap traffic here if he wants a chance. But I feel like he's running out of time here. 5 laps to go now for the number 5. And the lead grew somewhat there. So, yeah, it might be over there for Shrivastava here. He hasn't gained a lot of ground there on Sustry there, so that tells me that Perkins might have this in the bag here as he gets around Sherman as well. 4 laps to go. Now trying to make a move on Sustry here. And he just can't. He really struggled. He's now kind of struggling here a bit. Now he finally has room around Sustry. But he's going to need Kurt to make a mistake here. 3 laps to go. He's been dominant ever since taking the lead. And he hasn't looked back ever since. As Shrivastava gets way loose out of turn 2 there. Larson back up to 3rd place. 2 laps to go now for Kurt Perkins. Shrivastava still having to deal with Gutierrez and Sherman here. Makes a move here. Finally gets underneath Gutierrez here. As Perkins deals with Costa. White flag in the air. Last lap for Kurt Perkins. And that car looks really fast right now. It only became fast after like halfway in the race as Shrivastava finally gets around the lap traffic here. But he is going to run out of time. Out of turn 4 for the final time. Kurt Perkins is going to win at Nashville. Lap traffic getting in the way somewhat as Morrison finishes 3rd. But it didn't really play that much of a factor as Perkins takes the win easily over Shrivastava.